Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. If it's your first time here, thanks for tuning in. Let's get started. Have you ever felt like you've experienced more than your fair share of suffering? Like the pain you've endured is just too much to bear? Well, in today's passage, the prophet Jeremiah describes exactly how he feels. We'll be studying Lamentations 3 and see what we can learn from his anguish. In the first part of the chapter, Jeremiah lets us know that he's suffering intensely, feeling the full force of God's wrath and discipline upon him. In Lamentations 3 verses 1 and 2, Jeremiah pours out his heart and says, "I am the man who has seen affliction by the rod of his wrath. He has led me and made me walk in darkness, and not in light." Jeremiah is overwhelmed with a deep sense of bitterness and woe, and in verse 6, he says, "He has set me in dark places, like the dead of long ago." He's been plunged into darkness and is cut off from the light and joy that once surrounded him. He feels like he's been banished to a desolate wasteland where nothing but despair awaits him. The prophet's body is also suffering. He feels like an ancient person whose bones have been broken and are ready to give out, surrounded by enemies who are determined to crush him, and he feels like he's under siege. In verse 14, he cries out, "I have become the ridicule of all my people, their taunting song all the day." Jeremiah feels like he's the subject of contempt and mockery, and it adds to his pain. But in the midst of all this suffering, Jeremiah never loses sight of God. He knows that it's God who has brought him to this place, and he acknowledges that God is in control of his life. However, in verses 21 through 26, there's a shift in the narrative. Verses 22 and 23 state, "Through the Lord's mercies we are not consumed, because his compassions fail not. They are new every morning. Great is your faithfulness." Jeremiah acknowledges that God renews us daily through prayer and repentance. Verse 26, "It is good that one should hope and wait quietly for the salvation of the Lord. Remember, the Lord loves you. He longs to come close to you." In Lamentations 3, the prophet doesn't just pour out his pain and suffering, he also offers a message of hope. Despite the hardships he faces, Jeremiah reminds himself, and us, that God's love is steadfast and unfailing. It's new every morning, which means that no matter how much we may have messed up the day before, we can always start fresh with God. All we need to do is acknowledge our sin and seek forgiveness. So, if you're going through a tough time right now, don't lose heart. Wait patiently on the Lord and seek him. He's always there for us, even when we can't see him. In the second part of the chapter, the prophet calls his people to examine their ways and return to the Lord. He says in verses 31 and 32, "For the Lord will not cast off forever, though he causes grief, yet he will show compassion, according to the multitude of his mercies." He recognizes that the people have sinned against God, but he also acknowledges that he has not been perfect either. But despite their unfaithfulness, God's love and mercy are still extended towards them. Friends, let's remember that no matter how much we suffer, God is in control. And if we keep our eyes fixed on him, he will never leave us nor forsake us. Thanks for joining us today. If you enjoyed this video, please like, share, and subscribe. Have a wonderful day. Stay blessed.